Hello, everybody. Your stream is going to be a little weird tonight. Apparently, it doesn't like me doing horizontals. So, we're going to do it this way as soon as I figure out how to get this on here. There you go. Sorry about that. Gotta listen to my thingies. Turn this down. All right. Well, we're going vertical today. Hey, Angela, good to see you. I can actually see chat a little bit better doing it this way. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to the Fireside chat. Hope you enjoy the fire. We've got a good fire tonight. It's about 85 degrees outside. Crickets are cricketing. Bugs are bugging. Hey, Tammy. Give everybody a chance to get in here. Been a while since I've done one of these. And I set this up actually on my computer, which it does not recognize horizontal versus vertical. And so therein lies the problem. Anywho, I'm watching the chat so I can see what's going on. Sorta. All right. Yes, Mr. Twister, I do agree. Welcome in, everybody. Give everybody a chance. Hey, do me a favor and go spread the word. Get this out on your social medias. All platforms would be great. Tonight's a very important night. Tonight is a very important night for a lot of reasons. And basically, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to share some stuff, probably some points of view. People may disagree with me, but I'm okay with that. And I'm not even going to be political about it. It's just the way it's going to be. Thank you, Mr. Twist. Appreciate it. So we're doing a vertical stream tonight. Like I said, I started this on my computer, set it all up, and it does not recognize on the computer vertical versus horizontal. At least I don't think it does. I didn't see it. So automatically when I do that, it goes vertical. But welcome in, everybody. Hope you all have had a great Friday. It's been a very rough week. Yes, I agree, in a lot of ways. Thank you, Angela. Appreciate it. Yeah, I've posted it on Twitter, Facebook, under Unwinding Media, Discord. So, yeah. Just give everybody a chance to get in here before we get rolling. Hope you like the fire. We have had like very little rain, so things are burning. I got to burn this big log that we've been working on for the last 6 months because I've had other fires going. But this one I got to get done because I got some new things, hopefully in the works for a new fire pit. And I got to get rid of this before I can do that. That, and I hope you can hear me okay, because I'm sitting like 2 feet away from the phone, because I am actually streaming on my phone outside in my front yard. Awesome. Hey, Michelle. Welcome in. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. You probably won't see my face very well unless I get a flashlight, and then I look like I'm in a horror story, just because of the reflections and stuff like that. So chances are you're not going to see my face tonight because I am not inside. If I was inside, which we will get there eventually, if it rains or when it gets cold, I will definitely be inside where it's warm. because down here in Arkansas, it gets cold in the fall and winter time. Just giving everybody a chance to get in here. It's a good night. It's a great night. Great day to be alive. Oh, Tammy's doing well. She's actually in the house resting, probably asleep by now. She said she may get on here a little later. I told her I was gonna get there. She'll pop up here in a little bit. Probably be in the stream here and there. Just really tired. She's had a lot going on at work, and work has been kind of weird lately for her. A lot of changes going on real fast. I might get into a little bit of that. Yeah, it's been a weird week, to say the least. A lot has happened, and I plan on touching on a lot of that. I'm going to share some insights, some things that I've written, and then we'll go from there. Well, it is open mic, so if you have anything you want to share, I encourage you to do so. I know it takes a long time typing things out, and you're only allowed X amount to do that. So if you have like a very long expose, do it in parts and say just part 1, part 2, and we'll catch up to it, and we'll read it, and we'll discuss. If you have any concerns, questions, want to know anything about me, feel free to ask those questions. I'll be glad to answer them. As of right now, I'll talk about a little bit of weather. There ain't none. We have not had any measurable rain probably for last week or so. Since last week we had a little bit of rain. We had a thunder shower. I was actually going to go chase it, but it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and I said no. Yes, I totally agree, Angela. I'm with you 100% on that one. Oh no. Well, Tammy, I'm sorry to hear that. We'll do a little bit of praying tonight. I feel the need to pray. Tonight, I don't normally do that, but every now and then when it hits, and it hits hard, and this has been a struggle this week at a lot of levels for myself, for a lot of folks. Oh, Tammy, that's a good bad thing. I'm sorry that you're having to go through that, but I guarantee you, once you do, you will see things in a whole new way, literally and figuratively. No, I have never had that, and I hope I never do. But we will definitely do a prayer tonight, because I've actually had a lot of prayer requests lately, just from people who know I do a fireside chat, and I think it's going to become more prevalent. And I'm not afraid to say that I am a Christian. I do believe in God. If you do not believe in God, hey, that's okay. You're still welcome in my stream. We can agree to disagree. This is a safe place. It is open chat, open mic. Moderators will be in eventually. They will moderate only if they have to. So, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm ready to get this ball rolling. Give it another minute or two. It is hot out here. I'm sitting about 6 feet away from this fire, and I am sweating to death. Got the bug spray on. I got it nearby in case I need to throw another 2 or 3 layers on. It's my new cologne that I wear out here. But I'm trying to get this stump burned down. I've got a cool thing that I hope I can get happen at some point. to make this a little more desirable. I may be building a small little studio in the back portion of a room in the house for when I got to do inside stuff. So it's gonna be cool. We got a lot of stuff going on. Getting a new light bar. For those of you that follow me storm chasing, I'm getting a new 42-inch light bar tomorrow. Not sure when I'm going to have it installed, but it's going to be awesome. It's going to be ambers only, amber and white for chasing. Remote control, can set it up, and that I may do a little live stream on the installation of that as soon as I figure out how to do it. Hopefully I won't burn the car down. Getting new tires. I actually had a blowout on the Silver Fox the other night. We went to the casino. I will not deny we went to the casino the other night. And on our way home, the sidewall blew out, and at about 3 o'clock in the morning, we were on our way home, and sidewall blew out. I'm on a donut now. We'll be getting new tires hopefully this weekend. They got them in stock. Great people that are putting them on for me. They're still charging me. They do not sponsor me, and I'm not going to give their name out, but they're great people. They've helped us out quite a bit. So we got new tires. I'm also looking at different graphics for the car. Instead of doing the tornado, as I said a long time ago, on the side of the car on the doors, I'm actually going to make it small enough to be on the windows instead, with a QR code kind of like right next to it, so people can see it and they go, oh yeah, let's go follow them. Boom, they can snap it and it'll bring it right up. So that's going to be kind of cool. Gonna get the other graphics, the storm chaser, on the back, kind of like a do not follow storm chaser type deal. I'm leaning towards not putting Wind Dancer media on the windshield. I haven't really decided. What do y'all think of that? Should I put the Wind Dancer media on the windshield, on the brow, which is up the top of the windshield, or should I leave it off? What do you think? Hey Jim, welcome in, buddy. Good to have you here. Yeah, we got some fun stuff coming up. Really do. I'm still working on the graphics side of things, getting that all set up, because my little laptop, I need a computer. Found out in order to do basically what I want to do, I can still do it. I can still run OBS or Streamlabs. However, I can't run all of the layers that I want. How many people are in the chat, the super chat goal, the subscriber goal, and the map and the overlays. I can't do all the overlays because it slows it down too much. My little laptop cannot hold it for very long. On the windshield. But we'll figure it out. I haven't decided yet what I'm gonna do there. If I do, yeah, I really haven't. I've given some thought, sort of, but not really. But give everybody a chance to get in here. I know we've been here about 15 minutes. We'll let it go a little bit. Give everybody a chance. Hey, Marcy. So if you see anybody in blue, that's my moderators. If you're new to the channel, they will be not there. They're off duty unless they are required to do so. Unless they are required to do so, they will take care of business. Especially Marcy. She is the OG for this stream. She ain't afraid to pop you. Streamlabs is doable. It will get you. So keep your emojis to 3 or 4. You'll be safe. No capitals. You will get timed out for a few seconds. Fair warning. Yes, Marcy, you did. So if there's one thing that we have to be thankful for today is that Marcy, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Marcy, and I know she doesn't care because she told me it was okay to do this on ever since we started a couple years ago. And here a couple weeks ago, she was all upset about having this surgery, and it has to do with the Parkinson's. And I simply told her, I said, you will be fine. You will be fine. You're stressing over nothing. You can't control it. It is what it is. And we'll be praying. She kept telling me, you need to do a fireside chat and let everybody know. And I said, no. I said, I'll get there. I'll get there. And so I want to tell y'all, Marcy came through her surgery with flying colors. She is healing. She's not in the best right now, but she's only, what, 3 days, I guess, something like that, out of surgery. Got to give time to heal, get her system back into normalcy, if you will, whatever that's going to look like. But please keep Marcy in your prayers. Like I said tonight, I am feeling a great urge to pray. We'll probably pray at the very end of the stream. We will be talking about tonight about 9/11. 9/11 is a big day, and it should be. And if you're a young, if you're in the chat, feel free to jump in. If you have any questions, please ask them. Don't be afraid. This is a very safe place. I keep it that way on purpose because we all have views and opinions, and I want to keep it open, the dialogue. Hey Andy, great to see you in here. Hey, welcome home from work, Andy. But I want to keep it open because if we don't ever have dialogue, and you're going to see the reason why here in a minute. But if we don't start that dialogue, our nation will never heal. I'm just telling you. I'm going to get into that in a little bit. But yeah, we're gonna pray when we get all done. And that. So without further ado, I'm gonna get started. And we're gonna talk about, and hang on, bear with me just a minute. I gotta pull it up because I actually wrote it on Twitter. If you're on Twitter, you can find me on Twitter at I don't even know who I am. You can find me at Justin RWX. Go ahead and throw me a like and a follower, whatever you want to call it. However you want to, whatever you do to do that. But I gotta find it here. So I'm gonna start out with this. I'm gonna get out of that. I can always go back to that because I can actually see chat. I hope and pray that I can do this without choking up, because I tried to read it yesterday and I got teary-eyed as I always do. And as many of you know, today is my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Da 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 da. Thank God Tammy's not out here because I'd probably get slapped right about now across the chest. Whack. I can feel it. But 9/11 for me was very, 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 very wild, as it was for many of us. I know if you were around back then, if you was a kid, you probably didn't understand what was going on, but today I'm pretty sure you probably do. All you got to do is watch all of the videos and everything that took place of that day. That was the most insane, graphic day I believe that I have ever witnessed in my life. some very, very cool stories, and I'm about to share one with you that I actually wrote on Twitter because I do this every year. When it's my birthday, just because of 9/11, I really would take time to reflect, as I think we all should. I think we all should take time to reflect of our past, so that we can make things better in the future. And I 9/11 is always rough. I had to work yesterday, and I kept telling everybody. I said, man, I hate today. I really do. I hate today. And everybody's like, why? I said, well, tomorrow's my birthday. What a great birthday present. You lose 10,000 or 1,000 plus lives the day before your birthday. It's not a very good birthday, and I have to relive that every year, and I have every year since then. And so it is really hard. Hey, Annie. Thank you. Annie from New Zealand's in the house. And so I really, for Tammy, she says, I don't know why you watch that all the time. And I said, I do it because I want to remember. I want to be able to pass the history along. As those of us that are in the older generation, we really need to. We really need to. And I sat down with a young man yesterday. I shared with him what I'm about to read with you, and I broke down. I mean, it took me 10 minutes to read a 2-minute little blurb, because I get choked up. But I'm gonna set the stage for what I went through, and if you have anything that you want to share after I get done, feel free to share it, your thoughts, your concerns, and all of that. So I'm going to set the stage. So in 2001, on September 11th, I was working in Everett, Washington, up north, way up north, Pacific Northwest. And I happened to be working in retail, and I happened to be opening that day. I had to be at work at 5:30, which meant I got off at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. It was great. So I spend most of my days, when I had those hours, I'd spend them down at the beach flying kites. And it was about 9:30ish in the morning. Where I worked, we had a Denny's. I went over to the Denny's with another associate friend of mine. And I didn't know at the time what was going on. We didn't know. And I get in, and they've got a TV sitting up there, and they're broadcasting it. It was on CNN. And I'm watching it. I watched the second tower get hit. Of course, they're replaying the first tower, getting hit, and they're trying to figure out what's going on. And you see all the chaos, and I watched that, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! I mean, seriously, what in the flying flip is going on here? Is this real, or is this, some joke that somebody's playing and they're looking for attention?" We didn't have AI, we didn't have cell phones, we didn't have the internet at that point. And if we did, it wasn't very good. So, getting information was, you got it from the news. And so I was sitting there, and then all of a sudden, I watched the Pentagon get hit. And I dropped my fork, and I'm sure it was a loud thud. And and the place was packed. There were people in there eating breakfast and getting our early brunch. And the place went silent. And we all kind of gasped. And I looked over at my buddy and I said, "We're going to war. Be ready. Be ready for what's about to come." And I was mortified. I was scared, because I didn't know. And I sat there and I was just like, oh my God, here we go. This is not good. So by the time I got back to the store that I was working at, they actually brought a TV out, plugged it in, hooked it up. Everybody, and I mean everybody, was glued to the TV watching CNN. Back then, CNN was relatively good before they went all off the wrong side. And we just kind of sat there. We cried on each other's shoulders. Customers would come in, and they would just gasp, and we embraced each other in a unified moment that I will never forget. After that, I kind of went back, to keep my mind occupied. I went back to work and did some things. And it was time for me to get off from work, and me being a kite flyer, man, I wanted to go down. I knew, the winds were great, and I wanted to show my patriotism. So I went and I actually had a special set of tails made for my kites that I could fly on any of them. And I still have them. I don't think I've ever used them. Matter of fact, I know I haven't. And they're red, white, and blue with a yellow strand. We all know what the yellow strand stands for. And so I went down and I picked them up, and I told the guy, I said, man, I need some 3-foot tails made up. Can you do them for me real quick? He goes, yeah. What you gonna do? I said, I'm gonna go down to the beach. I'm gonna go fly my kite for what just happened. He said, all right, that's cool, And so I bought them, and I was driving down to the beach, and as I was going down on a hillside there overlooking the Puget Sound out of Mukilteo, Washington, I look over, and they had a park that was blocked off, and the military had already set up a portable sonar base there, to where they could, a radar base actually, so that they could catch anything coming up and down the Puget Sound in that area. That really hit home. I mean, that really hit home, because you never saw that. I mean, they were all about business. And so I drove down, I parked my car, grabbed my kites, I had them with me, putting them together. I looked at them, and I'm telling you, you could have heard a pin drop. It might get a little loud. My dog alarm might go off. David's about on his way home from work, I believe, or should be here soon. C-130s might fly over, I don't know. But I was looking at the kites. Hey, Elaine, good to see you. Thank you for being a member for 6 months, a 2-step member. Great to see you. Hugs to you too. I folded up my kites and I put them back. Hey, Julie. And I couldn't fly. I couldn't fly my kites. Something in me, I just couldn't do it. It was so quiet. I mean, the birds weren't out, the dogs weren't barking, there were no cars running at all. And so I decided that I would just go sit myself down, soak in the moment. I found a big rock literally right at water's edge, and I just sat there and I just watched. I paid attention. I mean, from what, if you know the Mukilteo area or Everett, you know Mukilteo, Boeing airfield is right above it. All right, and that's where they fly the jets, and that's where the 747s, I believe, are out of there, 757, wherever anyway, Payne Field. There were no jets flying. There were no planes flying. They grounded everything. So I'm sitting there by the water's edge, and I'm looking, and people are kind of walking, and they're crying, and they're hugging on each other, and I'm like, man, this is bigger than I am right now. And I was sitting on that rock, and I look up, And I literally saw one of the biggest, badass battleships I have ever seen come out of Bremerton. I know it did. I mean, I am telling you, this thing was a big, I couldn't tell you which battleship it was, but it was one of them. And they were sending everything out to sea. Everything was going out. And I looked at that thing, and from where I was sitting to the other side, if I'm not mistaken, it might be 3 or 4 miles, maybe 5 miles across, maybe. I don't think it is that far. I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. And I just stared at this thing. This thing, look, I mean, I thought it was going to hit me. It was that big. It looked like a dang skyscraper. And you could see the Navy guy, the Navy personnel on there scurrying around doing their thing, and they're out there watching and paying attention to doing their job. And it was so slow and so surreal. And of course, it had its envoy, the support ships that go with that were there, and they followed along. And then and I'm just watching that, and I really wished I had a camera. I really wished I had a camcorder at that time, because it was freaking amazing to see the power in front of me that I will never forget to this day, and never will. And I look up again, and I'm wiping tears off, and I say this in this little thing that I'm about to read to you, but I didn't know what to do. I mean, I didn't know whether to salute them, put my hand, and I was so a mixed emotion. So what did I do? I saluted them, I thanked them, and I put my hand over my heart. That was all I knew to do. Hey, D-Man. Hey, Julie. And next thing, I look up, and there is a Coast Guard frigate that had guns on it. And I mean, that thing was just damn near the size of the dang battleship. I mean, that thing was gargantuan. I mean, it in itself was huge. Pardon me. And it was about that time, and I think they were the final escort for the battleship, because they were running, doing what they do. And so I'm soaking this in, and all of a sudden, I see these two jets flying at about, I don't know what their bottom ceiling was. I want to say it was like 200 feet, because man, I could see the tail call signs. I could see where they were from. I could almost see the pilots themselves. And I was more proud in that moment than I've ever been in my life. And I'm going to read to you what I wrote day before yesterday, because I wrote it, actually, I don't know when I wrote this. When did I write this? Yeah, I wrote this on the 10th. I always do a little something on the 10th. Hi, Ropers. Hi, baby. Sorry for the interruption. I got a doggy that needs loving. Ropers. All right, buddy. Go on. So, if you're on Twitter, you can find it on my page there. So here goes. I'm going to read this to you as best I can without choking up. Drink water. Get myself calmed down. All right. Everybody ready? What's going on, Elaine? Sorry. Oh, Elaine, I'm so sorry. Gosh, dadgummit. That hurts. That hurts. All right, I'm going to read this to you guys. As I look back on at 9/11, I have noticed a few things happening since then. I have noticed that this great nation of ours is so divided that I'm not sure about its future. You see, I spent the day before talking with a childhood neighbor about his career as a Marine Corps pilot, which made me proud. We joked about things from the past, and then 9/11 happened, and I never saw him again. That was but one memory. Another memory I have is that day I was watching things unfold right in front of us on TV. I knew when I saw the plane hit the Pentagon that we were going to war. Later that day, I went to the beach where I spent most of my afternoons. You see the big ships all the time, but this time was different. It was an uneasy feeling as I watched the battleship pass by and its escorts. Then came several other ships passing by. And all I could think of was to salute them and shed many tears. As they sailed past, I noticed 2 fighter jets fly overhead very low. Low enough to catch the tail signs, and it was none other than my childhood neighbor flying over, protecting me. Now this made me proud to be an American. So in all the chaos in today's world, I want to ask you this very, very important question. I want you to listen to this. The question is this: what makes you proud to be an American, and why? I will always be proud of America, even in the difficult times. I also wanted to mention that I relived this day ever since. Why? Because my birthday is 9/12. I call it the day after. This is the day for the first time America came together and showed her pride. You saw more flags waving than you will ever see today. So I ask you the question again: what makes you proud to be an American, and why? You know, I wrote that a day ago. I have never written anything more profound than that. Thank you, Lane. Appreciate it. Thank you, Julie. Appreciate it. Thus, if you noticed my thumbnail, it's about 9/11. It's about that day America changed. We were at war with an unknown enemy. We didn't know who it was. We know now. Patriotism had never been at a more heightened state. You saw flags everywhere. When's the last time, and I'm going to ask this question, when is the last time you saw flags lined up along the road on your street, let alone anywhere else in town? You barely see a flag anywhere flying, unless it's a veteran or school or a government building. Yeah. This week has been rough at so many levels. With the shooting of Charlie Cook, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. to school shootings, people being hurt on a subway for no reason. I will. I've been thinking a lot about this, and the day he got shot, I didn't know who he was. I'll be honest. I did not know who he was. I don't really pay attention to politics a whole lot. I don't watch all of that for a particular reason. Because when these things happen like this, I go and I investigate for myself. I couldn't tell you what he was all about. I know he was a Christian. I know he loved God. I come to find out that he held these things on campuses. Da-da-da-da-da. Other things I couldn't tell you about. I don't know. But I do know this. As an American, that was a sad day for America. And if people don't wake up and touch some grass, drink some coffee, do whatever they need to do, but wake the hell up, we ain't got a snowball's chance. We will go down in flames. And that is exactly what the enemy wants us to do. They want us to be in division. And if I remember correctly, we have a saying that's indivisible, one nation under God. We cannot afford to be divided. And we're very vulnerable, and have been for a very, very long time. Thus, I want to say it's okay to express your views. You have every right, just as I do, as I'm sitting here on my platform, expressing what I feel. Am I right? Maybe. I don't have the answers, and I'm not going to try to fix everything, but I will tell you this: if we do not get back to God as a nation, we're going to burn in hell. You better see it coming. What happened to Charlie Kirk reminded me of another time, and this was back, I believe it was in the 90s, and it happened in Kentucky, if I'm not mistaken. I don't quote me on that, but there was a school shooting in Colorado. I do know that, but there was also one in Kentucky. It was like about a day or so apart, and everybody thought it was a copycat. No, it was just pure evil. And I remember the story that came out of that school shooting in Kentucky. I want to say it was Kentucky. A young student in her class, the gunman walked in to her class and picked her out of the class, looked at her and asked her this question: do you believe in your God? And she said yes. Those were her last words. Those were Charlie's last words. You see, you have to stand up for what you believe in. You have to be able to go, yep, that's me. Raise your hand. You don't know what's going to happen. Hey, it could happen to any of us at this point in time. I'm not joking. Hey, Angela. But if we don't start coming together, and we don't start praying for each other, and we don't start doing the things that we've been all called to do as Christians, we're going to go down. Oh, thank you, Elaine. I may have got it. I'm not sure. Let me look and see. So, give me just a minute, Elaine. I'll look at it in a minute. Um, W's in the chat for Elaine. She's a huge supporter of the channel. But anyway, out of the school shooting where the girl was shot and killed right there on the spot. Out of that, in the state of Kentucky, I know because I was a part of it, became one of the largest, and I mean this wholeheartedly, sincerely, one of the largest youth revivals ever happened in the nation. I mean, the Holy Spirit, God was in control. A lot of lives were saved. Hey, there's my son. The dog alarm is going to go off because David is about to come home. I see him walking. Yeah, so I'm thinking now, and I hope and pray. All I can do is pray about it. I want everybody to pray about it. If you're a Christian, you should be praying right now. You should be praying for our nation. You should be praying for our leadership. Whether you agree with them or not, you should be praying for them. For what? Eyesight to see, wisdom to lead the nation, and we've been lacking in that, folks. I guarantee you that's why our nation's where it's at. That's exactly why our nation is where it's at. Do I agree with Trump all the time? No. Do I agree with whoever else is out there? No. But I'm going to tell you something. I saw something yesterday at my work. We had a 9/11 memorial where I got to meet one of our state representatives. Hey, David. I didn't get a chance. I got to meet him, sort of. I got to see him. I didn't get to meet him. But his words resonated so much. He wasn't even about politics. I mean, he's a politician who really wasn't about politics. But he simply said, we need to. And we need to get back to God. Our nation was founded on those principles. You cannot deny it. It is written there. All you got to do is go look it for yourself. Hey, Larissa. Good to have you here. Welcome in. Welcome to the chat. We need, and I don't know how to go about doing this. It may start with me, it may start with somebody, but I really sincerely hope and pray that those out there that are very much in tune spiritually, you better be on the wall, and you better be praying without ceasing. Because you're the gatekeepers. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Pray for each other. Yesterday, when bad things happen, you don't always see the good things in life. And Tammy called me up earlier yesterday and says, "Hey, want to let you know we're going out to dinner. Meet us at so and so." And I said, "Okay, I'll be there as soon as I can after work." And I'm pulling out of the parking lot, and I'm at a stoplight, and I look over, and there was a young mother and 5 young children with her. And they were holding up a sign that I could barely read, and I couldn't get out. I couldn't do anything because I was in my car, and I was at a stoplight about ready to go. And I look up, and there's a white guy running across the highway, not the freeway, but the road. It's basically a highway, 2 lane, 3 lane, something like that, right there. Across the street in front of me, and I'm just watching. Light. Thank God the light was long, and I watched him, and he went over and he was talking to him, and now this family, they were black, African American, whatever you want to call them. They were black. I'll call them black. And I'm not even politically correct. I don't even care. They were black. And he started talking to them, and he gathered the kids around, and I literally was in shock, because it's something you don't see every day. Kudos to this guy, because what was his first reaction was, get the information down, boom, boom, boom. And what does he do? He sits there and kneels down and prays with them. How powerful was that? I don't know if he gave him any money. I don't know. That was immaterial. But the fact that here's a guy, I mean, this guy came out of nowhere, went over to pray with them. And you're probably sitting there thinking, man, they don't need prayer. They need money. They need help. No, they need prayer. They need prayer above all things to get themselves through to the next step. Yes, Leslie, we do. Hey, welcome in. John MacArthur, and I'm going to read what Leslie just said. Sorry, I've been talking. John MacArthur said to his son when his mom was in terrible condition after a wreck, he said, "Son, God is sovereign and in complete control. His mom lived and now a widow, but J. Mac's faith was solid." Yes. Yes. I agree. Is my faith solid? I'm not where I'm supposed to be, and y'all pray for me as well. Pray that I get back to where I need to be. I know who my God is. I could tell you stories that would rock your world about God and what he's capable of doing. Someday I might. But I sat there and I shed tears. I was so excited. I wanted to say, hey, that's awesome. We need more of that. I wanted to just shout him out. I didn't. I really wanted to take a picture of it because it was so cool, and I couldn't get a picture. It was not meant for me to take a picture, but what it was meant for was for me to get excited about praying for people. Boom. God was showing me something in me that I needed to start doing, that I have been weak in, especially when it comes to YouTube and being out in social media and all of those things. I don't have to be political to pray. Praying is not about politics. It's not about religion, because I don't care what church you go to. It's about unity, cut and dry. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Amen. Now, I think I'm almost off my soapbox. I don't know. Where do we go from here, guys? Where do we go from here, Chad? You all witnessed it. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? I want to hear them. I want my, I tell you what, and I actually had to turn off Twitter X for quite a while, because the people that I was following, I was like, you've got to be kidding me. What are you thinking? People lost their jobs, literally lost their jobs because of some of the rhetoric that they were tossing out on social media. I'm not joking. Wow. That's why I don't post a lot on social media. I don't get involved with it. I can get involved with it on here because this is my space. But I don't get involved too much on Twitter X and politics and all of that garbage because I'm not a politician. I like that, Larissa. God, that is awesome. Do not anger. She says, do not anger. Don't get revenge. Give love and prayer. Evil will laugh, but hold strong. Stand strong in your faith. They laughed at Jesus as well, and he still fulfilled his purposes. Yeah. I wish everybody that's asleep in Christ, living, and I truly believe that's what the dead in Christ will, rise again? There are a lot of folks dead in Christ right now. I believe we're about to see an awakening of the saints. And I think it's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a wild ride. And I hope everybody in the stream is part of it. That is so awesome. Pray without ceasing. Yes, Julie, I agree. I actually, I didn't really unfollow anybody because that to me was kind of weird. I didn't call anybody out, but I was shocked. I was upset. I was more upset, I think, to see these people who were cheering that are out there in the weather world, let alone in the world. And I'm like, wow, okay. Yep, I'm not going to call names and I'm not going to do that. That's not what I'm all about. But if you're into that, you know who they are. I'll let you decide on your own what to do about it. I know what I do, and I'm going to leave it at that. Yep, Andy, you are so correct. I'm sorry, I'm reading chat. I know I'm kind of way behind in the chat right now. Great to have everybody here. We've got 15 folks. Welcome to Wind Dancer Media's version of a fireside chat tonight. We're kind of remembering 9/11, going over this last week's events. Need to talk about it. It's been on my heart, been on my mind the last couple of days. 9/11, obviously, with everything that happened to Charlie Kirk and the school shootings and the gal that was brutally murdered on the subway that really nobody even talked about a whole lot, which was very sad. This is my version of a fireside chat, and we talk about anything and everything. Open mic. Feel free to express your opinions. You are in a safe place. If things get out of control, I do have moderators in here. They are the blue folks with the wrenches. They will take care of business. So keep it cool. Keep it real. Just know that it's okay to talk about things. It's okay to discuss them. As well we should. That open dialogue that I keep mentioning, it faded away. It's no longer kosher to sit down with a friend and say, hey man, what do you think about this? Well, his opinions, his ideals are different than yours, and it's not okay to do that anymore because you're going to offend somebody because of what you believe and what side of the fence, political side you're on. You are this, and you have become labeled. Okay. I don't know how to respond to that. Label me all you want, but it's not going to change me. I am willing to sit down and discuss with you those things, and maybe we can understand each other and come to an agreement that it's okay to disagree and walk away, and maybe nothing will ever change. But at least I'm still your friend because I know I can have that dialogue with you. Make sense? Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't a terrorist. Amen, Michelle. Proud of you, girl. Oh, pain meds. It's all right, Marcy. I totally understand it. That's right, Miss Tammy. You are so correct. They do. I am not their judge. The only judge I can be is judge myself. I can't judge anybody. Not going to. Get you into trouble. Ah, demons at work. Keep on lurking, worker lurker. Nice, Lane. There you go. There you go. Amen to that. That is awesome. Huge W for Lane. Elaine. Big W's in the chat for Elaine. Awesome. So, you know, I got to share something with you. That I don't know if it, here's the thing, and I'm kind of torn about it because I don't know what it is and I can't explain it. And Tammy's even witnessed for herself. Last week, and I you know, and I'm not saying this to be weird, and I'm not saying this that what it is, what it isn't, I don't know. But the other day, I was driving home. It was dark out. My lights were, you know, shining on the road like they should be. And off to my right, I saw something that was black. And I mean black, like a black cat. And it scurried off into the brush. And I'm like, well, that's weird, because I don't remember ever seeing a black cat around here. It was kind of like a shadow type thing. It was gone. I didn't see any eyes. Couldn't see it. And the other night, I'm sitting out. We had a really we had a thunderstorm, but it was really not a thunderstorm because we didn't get any lightning here. We got a little bit of rain. Nothing really to speak of. Cooled everything down. It was great. Enjoyed it while it lasted. And now we're hot again. But that night I was standing out on my porch and I was watching lightning. And I got a really huge tree, like how tall are you, tree? 45, 50, probably 50, 60 foot tree in my front yard, still standing. And I was looking up and I saw this black, I want to call it a bird. That's the only thing I could think of, was that it was a bird. Now, I don't know what kind of bird it was. It looked big, like a vulture size. I couldn't tell. It was dark. I could see it in the reflection because of the lights of the clouds and that. I saw this thing. And it was just soaring. There was no sound. There was no, wings didn't flap. It was weird and it was eerie. And Tammy today told me that in our house, she saw a black figure, like a shadow. And I've been seeing shadows. And I'm like, oh my Lord, oh my Lord, what in the world is going on here? So if anybody has any insight on that type of stuff, I would really like to know, because I'm curious. I witnessed it before, but I don't remember what it was all about. And so if anybody has an understanding out there of what that is, um, please let me know. Yeah, pray. I agree. I gotta plug my. Well, I got plenty of phone. I agree, and I am, and I have been, and it's very. It doesn't really concern me. I mean, it's not like I'm really bothered or pestered by it or anything like that. Um, it's just really weird because I've seen things and that. Guys, do you think I need to put some more wood on the fire? What do you think? More wood on the fire? And Jim, prepping you for Halloween? No, I don't have to do that. we're gonna do something for Halloween. Hang on, guys, I gotta go throw some more wood on the fire. Hello. Whew, it's hot out here. Yeah, Lane, that's what I'm gathering, and I'm not sure what it is that's about to happen. Hey, welcome back, Annie. Welcome back. Annie, I got plenty of firewood if you need any. I've got probably about 30 cord of wood sitting out in my front yard yet from those trees. If you want them, I got them. Yeah, something is about to happen, and I and I know. See, and the thing is, and I say all of that because I'm not fearful of it. I was in awe of it. And I don't feel scared. It's not I'm gonna, get my shotgun out but I was more like, I have been more at ease in the since all of this has been going on. I really have been less stressed, even at work. I mean, I'm not stressed at work. I get stressed a little bit, but nothing like what I used to. And I'm not, I'm not like being crazy about it. Oh yeah. Post it. Right, Annie. I will. Shit. I wonder what, Annie, I want you to look into that. I know I think you're on, you know how to get a hold of me. You get on Discord. If you're on Discord, you get a hold of me on Discord. I want to know how much it would cost to send a cord of wood to New Zealand from America. Whew, can you imagine that, Bill? Not me. Not me. Not I. Whew, that would be, golly. That would be like getting expensive teas or chocolate from wherever. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Did I see Kim come in? Kim! Kimmy! Kimmy's in a house. Kim is in the house, y'all. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's not like I'm fearful. I'm not like stressing over it. It's just one of those weird things that I notice that most people probably wouldn't pay attention to. Ah, it's just black cat, or oh, that's just black bird. Hey, it could have been an owl for all I know. Just the way it was black. It was black. Um, and I've seen things kind of in the corner of your eye, how you see things move, and I've seen and I've been seeing that, but it's been like in front of me and around me and above me, but it hasn't circled me. Makes sense. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Larissa, I like that. I'm looking back at chat. Yeah, Lane, yeah. I don't think I'd be able to actually send the wood. I think it would be interesting, though. Alrighty, Kim. Yeah, Julie, they really are. They're very stealthy, actually. And we have a lot of barred owls that are gigantic, which I almost think it was because we've got owls around here, and I've heard them at night. They absolutely are freakish because they're weird. They're beautiful, but they're weird. We got crickets. We'll have crickets for probably another 2 to 3 weeks, maybe. Well, as soon as it really gets cold, because it got cold, not so cold. Last couple weeks was really nice. Got down into the 50s. Now we're back up into the 70s and 80s, and it's hot. That's why I chose tonight to do this. So, not only that, but it's my birthday. Did I mention that? Yeah. I'm not going to tell you how old because most of you already know how old I am. I kept telling everybody I was 92. Had somebody actually tell me, "Man, you've aged well for 92." And I said, "Yeah, I plan on it." And at 92, you still chase storms? I go, "Yep. Why not?" Thank you, Larissa. Appreciate it. I mean, it was so funny because I got onto a couple of streams today that some guys were chasing down into Mexico and that, and I was kind of looking around in that, and got on this guy's stream, and if Marcy's around, I'll post it somewhere. I mean, he's a great guy. He's an up and comer. He chases pretty much down in Arizona, and I no more than said hi, and I mean, it was like everybody and their brother that was in that chat said happy birthday. I was like, I can't go nowhere. And I really don't announce my birthday a whole lot. Try not to, because to me it's really just another day. Got some really cool stuff. We got some new license plate covers I think everybody is gonna love. I will take pictures and post them actually in the community channel here on the Wind Dancer Media YouTube channel. Michelle, good night. Thank you for showing up. Please don't be a stranger. We do chase storms as well. Um, don't be a stranger. Come back, come back and share your thoughts and opinions and what have you. And tell all your friends and neighbors and in-laws and outlaws. I know where you're at, girl. Yeah, Marcy, that's it. Okay, we got 16 people in here. I want everybody right now, go jump on that YouTube channel, and I want them to subscribe and say, hey, send him a message. He kind of struggled today with the stream. His stream died on him. But he does chase out and around, and go give him a like and a subscribe. Right on, Michelle. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. But Tammy went and got us some new license plate covers for the front of our car. She got hers. It's got a tornado on it, and the license plate covers say Wind Dancer Media Storm Chasers, which are really cool. Hers is, I believe, it's supposed to be orange. It actually looks more yellow. Mine is blue, says the same thing in blue, I believe. And I've got yet to make my license plate, my personalized license plate. So now that I've got 13 folks in here, I'm going to ask you another question, and you can post it as a comment in on Discord or wherever you see fit. Get a hold of me, DM me. I want to know. I can get it. I want it to be Arkansas themed with the diamond and that, because I can actually get a personalized license plate that looks like our old license plate. But I want to know what I should put on it. I don't want to say Wind Dancer Media. I wanted something weather related. I think that would be really cool. So if you have any thoughts or ideas, pop them in the community chat on the channel, either through Discord or on here. That would be really cool. Oh, thank you, Jim. Yeah, it's been good. We went out to dinner earlier tonight. Got stuffed. Went out last night. I got to wear a Mexican sombrero to a local restaurant that we love to go to. That was a lot of fun. David's got the picture. He's not giving it to me. He's going to hold it hostage, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, it was a good time. We've had a good time. Later, Nader. I like that. Later, Nader. All right, let me jump into chat. I don't know what's going on there. Let's see. Let me scroll back up. All right, let me go. Let me get on my other phone. I've got my other phone with me. See if I can post it. Oh, yeah, it is. It is. I'm sure I'll see it when I'm a lot older. They'll make fun of me, when I'm delusional. Let me get on his channel real quick, and let me find it. Hang on, guys. Bear with me just a second. Chugga chugga choo choo. Chunk chunk chunk. Ba-da-bum-bum. Copy link. Get back onto my channel. Go to you. Go to my view channel. Go to live. Click on that. 23 likes, everybody, so far. Oh, now you're not going to let me in there? Really? You're kidding me. I can do it that way, though. Always a way. Boop. All right, try this one. See if that doesn't work. See if that doesn't work. See if that don't work for you. Oh, by the way, we do have Sparky. Sparky is in the house. You can ask Sparky a question at exclamation point Sparky, then the question. And I will tell you this, I haven't talked to Sparky in a while. He's been resting up, so he might come out a little bit punchy. I don't know. But you can always have fun with Sparky. Asking him whatever question you want. It can be off the wall, but I can tell you now, do not expect his answers to be what you think they are. They might be a little bit sarcastic. Just saying. Keep it up. Keep it up. I'll call the wee-woos on you. Yeah. Yeah, that's Sparky. Sparky ain't lost it, that's for sure. So, yeah. What time is it, guys? Gosh. 9, 10 o'clock. Woo, wee-woos. Yeah, I don't, I'm not into the wee-woo thing. Try to avoid them. Let's see. What else has been going on? What has been going on with you all? How y'all doing? I mean, I know aside from the week, how's everybody doing? How's everybody getting along? Day in and day out, same old thing. Anything got any fantastic stories? Got to tell? Seriously? Yeah, we didn't have a birthday cake. I did have some sort of deep fried pie last night, so that was really good. Yeah, me too. Me too, Angela. Me too. Me too. Oh. My bug repellent must be working because they're leaving me alone. Either that or I stink really bad and they really don't want a part of that. It's hot out here, guys. It is exceptionally hot. Yeah, Sean. Yeah. That's it, Elaine. Hey, Lauren. Great to have you here. Welcome in. Never too late. How you doing? Great to have everybody here. Hey, you know what? What's this gifting thing? Whoa, what is, oh yeah, oh my Lord. My land. What is up with that? Really? I don't have any gifts. Wow, so on a vertical, I'm learning vertical streams. Apparently there's a gift that you can actually give if you've got X amount of, it looks like diamonds. I don't have any diamonds and I'm not about to. No, not doing it. You don't have to do that. Oh, I was going to do this. I got to check some stuff out real quick. Got to find it first. Where'd it go? It was there. Where did it go? Oh, come on. I had it all put together, nice, neat, organized. Not so much. There it is. Naturally, I got to sign in. Really? Sorry guys, I'm trying to get into the PayPal. So I can give a shout out to Elaine there. I think that's it. Please be it. Yes, it worked. Woohoo! Oh my gosh, Elaine. Guys, huge W's in the chat for Elaine, who said happy birthday and sent me a $50 donation. I appreciate that. That'll actually pay for the stuff that we bought today, because I got some new phone mounts. I can pay that back to Tammy. You know, borrow it. Shout out to Miss Elaine. Big W's in the chat for Elaine for the 50 bomb. Appreciate that. Hey, I'm getting old. Yeah. Thank you, honey. I am old. I'm 92. I'm 92 years old. Everybody can tell everybody I'm 92. Yep, indeedies. So I also want to let you guys know, in case you're interested, I am 30 subscribers away from 2,000. It's actually not bad for a little Arkansas hillbilly with a YouTube channel who happens to chase storms and does fireside chat. Not bad, not bad. I'm always looking at the analytics. It's kind of amazing when you really look at how far you've come and what you've done, and you know, transparency is everything. Let's see. That's not what I wanted. Maybe that's what I wanted. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Nice. Yeah. I can honestly say we've not made a lot of money on this channel, but we made some. Enough to pay for gas here and there. Hi, David. I am older than dinosaurs. Yeah, I'm 92. Yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. You guys are awesome. Yeah, Elaine. There you go. You're catching on. You're catching on. I know better than that, Elaine. Yep. You guys are awesome. Dino Nuggies. Yes, I am older than Dino Nuggies. I actually was, I asked my dad one time, I said, Dad, where was I born? When I was a kid. And he goes, son, we found you under a cow patty, out in the middle of a pasture, out on the ranch, down in Nevada. And I went, really, Dad? If that's so, why is my skin not brown? As a kid, yeah, that was funny. Thought y'all enjoy that. Natural History Museum. I have never, I don't think I've ever been to the Natural History Museum. Maybe once, maybe twice. Keeps up, I might end up there. uh, all righty, Marcy. Enjoy your pain medicine. I hope it helps you out, and we will be praying for you most certainly. I do plan on praying whenever we decide to end this thing. I'm not ready to end it by any stretch. I'm going. You guys are being awesome tonight. Angela's older than Dino Nuggies? Maybe. Nice. See, I'm not the only one. Hey, Carol. Carol McKinney, welcome in. Welcome into the chat. Good to have you here. Yeah, hey, Leslie, talking about the Creation Museum. You want to know something really cool? I met that guy. I met that guy. I met the founder. Um, Forgive me, I'm old. I forgot his name, but I have met that guy at a church function deal, and he was actually the guest speaker, and he was actually talking about Noah's Ark, and when he got done talking about his life as a dinosaur expert, paleontologist, I think is what they call him. Big word for me. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when he got done with his deal, man, I'll tell you what, it made perfect sense to me. I was like, yeah, now I get it. Now I understand it. So if you guys want to go and investigate something and look at something that's actually really worthwhile, it's gone through a lot of stuff themselves just to get to where they're at now. Up in Kentucky, they have the larger than life, actual life size recreation of Noah's Ark, and it's the Creation Museum, and you can find them on the internet. Go and look them up, man. I mean, that guy, man, he was so cool, and I was just in disbelief and awe, and it was amazing. And that was way back in the early 90s when I met him. I have not been to the museum since it was actually built, but it is a sight to behold. It is an actual life-size recreation of the Noah's Ark. Dino Nuggies. That's awesome. Yeah. Hey, Elaine. Yeah, you got a couple on me. I know a guy. Yes, I know several guys. I know several people, actually. I know some pretty... Oh, hey. Anybody ever heard of Scottie Pippen? Here's one for you. Yeah, I didn't meet him, but he came into my store. Does that count? Yeah, Scottie Pippen. Guy, he's 6'8", retired basketball player. Yeah, had to look him up because I knew who he was, but I couldn't remember who he played for. But yeah, no, I didn't meet him. I met some pretty cool people. Ken Ham. Thank you, Leslie. Was it yeah, I'm not going to say nothing to Tammy's comment there. I'll get slapped. That ain't all it, boot down. I'll just leave it there. Oh, Lauren, too late for that. Oh, Elaine, you were one of the original Cabbage Patch Kids. Yeah, okay, I got you. I got you. Nice. Yeah, good old goober. I've been called a goober before. I get called that pretty much all the time at work. That's kind of funny. I like, yeah, I resemble that remark. Oh, yeah. It's a good time. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Famous people are all around. A lot of times, a lot of times they just don't want to be recognized. Seriously. Treat them as whatever. I mean, I've met a few here and there in my day. Yep. It's been fun. Oh. Hmm. Yeah, I'm trying to think of a guy. I don't know if you all would know him. He's an author. He was a Christian comedian. I can't. I've got his stuff out in the shop on LP Records. That's how old he is. He wrote a book, and I can't. Gosh, for the life of me, I cannot remember. Hang on, got to look it up. Be right back. I'm still here, but I'm going to be on Google. I got to look it up. It's going to drive me nuts if I don't. Talking about famous people. Famous people. Have you met anybody famous? Let's see. Mike Warnke. Ever heard of Mike Warnke? Yeah. Old. I mean, the guy, I'm sure he's passed away by now. But he wrote a book called The Satan Seller and did a bunch of comedy albums and it was going really good. And then I think Satan kind of got him sideways somehow and whatever. I admired the guy. I thought he was cool. Well, he walked into the store one time way back. Gosh, I was back in the early '90s, and I was like, "Are you?" Because he didn't ever change. He goes, "Are you Mike Warren?" He goes, "Yes, I am." I said, "Man, I'm a huge fan of yours. Could you sign this piece of paper for me?" I still have that, and I have the book that he wrote. Matter of fact, I'm not sure if he signed the book, but I know I've got that piece of paper in there, so that was pretty cool. Pretty cool. You're right, Elaine. Everybody puts their theme on the same way, one leg at a time. That's right. Yep. Man, it's great to have everybody in here. We got 26 likes, 15 people still hanging out. We've been going at this for almost an hour and a half. Hey, welcome back. Hope you had a good talk with your sister. Yeah, I have met thinking about famous people. Um, I talk about him quite a bit because he's just like a hero to me. He's a hero no matter how you cut it. He was a World War II veteran. Um, Chief Medicine Crow of he was the last warrior chief for the Plains Indians. I got to meet him before he passed away at the age of 102. Told me his story. His ancestor lineage is like unreal. His grandfather his grandfather fought, was a scout, I believe for the General Custer, and that, and so pretty much witnessed Battle of Little Bighorn, and passed it down, and Chief Medicine Crow was the person in charge of the historical value of that, and wrote several books on it, and he has several books, and he look him up, Chief Medicine Crow. There's some stuff on YouTube. Man, the guy is absolutely amazing, and have a good friend of mine whose dad was a World War II veteran, and last time we saw him before he passed away a few years back, I asked him for a medicine bag, and he looked at me and he goes, well, I can't exactly, there's a lot of stuff, has to go before we can get you in front of a medicine man, but here's what I can do for you. So he goes back into his bedroom there, and he comes back with a bag. I'm going to tell his story. Comes back with this bag in it, and it's got some cedar leaves in it. And oh my gosh, full, rich. I still have the bag. It's actually in my wife's car, Tammy's car, and we take it in the cars with us. And his story was that when he went off to war during World War II, his father-in-law gave him this bag, a bag very similar to the one I have, and he was to wear it. And he was also to wear it no matter what, and in battle, and wherever he was at, and he wore this thing around his neck and kept it in his pocket close to his heart. And when he was shipped home, he said, I was so sad, but I was telling my story, and he was telling his father-in-law. He says, Dad, he says, I want to let you know that I've lost all of the cedar in my bag, and I don't know what to do. And his father-in-law looked at him and he says, son, he says, I'm going to tell you, that medicine bag is the reason why you're here. Because even though you lost all the cedar, you made it home safely, and it was for protection. And he handed me that, and in that story, he says, I am giving you this for protection. And man, I'll tell you what, it's worked. It's worked. So, kind of a fun little story. That's funny, Larissa. That's absolutely hilarious. Hey, Justin, welcome in. Good to have you here. Yeah, that's awesome. Julie, that I don't know. My mother always told me that I was part Shoshone Paiute. However, I've never been able to find out. But I was always told that because through my grandmother's sister's mother, whoever it was, down the line. But my mom always swore up and down that we were a part Shoshone Paiute. I doubt it very seriously. I think there was some things that came out that it was like a false negative, that it was all a scam. So probably not. But I do, and I'm very aware of the Native American ways, and I have actually been in sweats you know, doing the sweat thing in the igloo looking thing. I've done several of those, and I'm very, very aware. Very aware. Hey, Rich. Where are you in town, Rich? Rich, are you in town? I just saw your message. Poop, poop, leaving town. Everybody wave at Rich. Good to see you, buddy. Nice. That's awesome, Justin. Yeah, matter of fact, the site of my Shoshone Paiute was actually from the tribe, supposed to be of the tribe of Pocahontas. I actually uh, know exactly where she's buried at. Kind of cool. So there it might be there, but I've never pursued it. Oh man, I wished I'd known that, dude. You should have called me. We'd have hooked up because we were in that area. We could have been there 20 minutes. Would have loved to see you. That's all right. We'll catch you on the rebound. Catch you on the next one. Tammy, you want to go see Rich? No, you got a schedule to keep. I got you. That's all right, Rich. You get your ducks in a row. You be safe out on the road, buddy. Hey, Derek. Great to have everybody in here. We are cooking tonight. This got to be one of the best fireside chats we've had in a long time. It's great to have everybody here. Annie, that's funny. Yeah. Oh my. Yeah, you're pretty out of it, Rich. I got you. I got you. I hope you got some really good rest, though. Probably needed it. Probably needed it. Watch them knuckleheads out there. God, they've been wild. But I truly believe that we're about to see some change. And I can only hope and pray that it's for the better. Or something along that line. I mean, our weather's been wild, wacky. We haven't had any weather here in Arkansas for, God, I haven't really done a chase in 3 or 4 months. Well, since the last big ones, actually. Haven't had anything to go on. That's why you haven't seen me chasing, because we just ain't had nothing to go with. And I can't take time off from work to go up to North Dakota as much as I would love to. Um, but yeah, hopefully it'll change in the next couple of weeks. We really need the rain. We're headed for a drought, and if we go into we're in a neutral end zone. If we go into a La Nina into next year, it's gonna be wild, crazy. Yeah, Annie, we talked about that a little bit. I agree. Nobody deserves that. I don't, there again, I don't care which side of the fence that you're on. That's immaterial. But that, to kill another person because of that, um, pretty much, you're a lowlife. I'm just gonna say it. You can't be any more than that. You just, I hope I hope that out of all of this, and I really genuinely say this, I really hope that this is the wake up call um, for those believers that have been sitting along the sidelines, not being radical. I don't mean radical, but I mean getting down, praying, getting their lives back to God, getting back to where they should be, or where they once were. Myself included. I hope and pray, that is my prayer for everybody, is that we as a nation get back um, to where we were 24 years ago. You know, we were a praying nation. 24 years ago, we were a praying nation. Not sure what happened. I can almost tell you, we walked away. Hang on, somebody's trying to send me some messages. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, wow. Yeah. Totally agree. All right. Nobody's really sending me anything. All right. Nobody was texting me. All right, good. Phew. Choppa. Yeah, that was a med flight. Med flight. Um, but yeah. I agree, Rich. You know, that there again, that's the sheep. It's the sheep. Um, you know, and I'm seeing more and more, and I'm really kind of cheering them on. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of folks stand up to these jokers and say, "Not today," you know, "Not today," um, and you're going to see a lot more of that. Unfortunately, I think it's going to get out of hand. I'm pretty sure. I think you're going to see a lot of name calling. You've already seen a lot of name calling. That's not what it. That's not what it's all about. There's a much deeper, way deeper. We're on a scale of this is a warfare. I agree. This is true spiritual warfare right now, and I could go into great detail on how and what that all involves, but not tonight. There we go. I miss him. Yeah, took prayer out of school. Yep, you're right. Yeah, that I agree, Leslie. You know, we took prayer out of school. We got caught up in politics. I mean, you know, that really is not the way it should be. But I think we've got enough people that are going to try to bring it back. There's going to be opposition. I mean, it's going to be a battle. I'm just telling you. So I would tell everybody, man, if you're not prayed up and get yourself in the right direction, because it's coming. It's coming, and it's going to get worse before it ever gets better. You may be targeted. I know several people that have already been targeted for standing up. So, you know, if I am, Bring it on. See what you got. Yep, Lauren, you're right. Hey, D-Man. Ah, Lane, I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad we're here. I'm glad your spirits are being lifted. It's good to hear. Yep, I agree. I agree. I think you're gonna see. I think it's gonna be a battle. There's gonna be a line in the sand, and there's already been a line put in the sand right now. You know, I think it's just a matter of time before that powder keg gets blown up. And I think when it does, I think you're gonna see one of two things happen. You're gonna see one of the greatest revivals ever on the planet. And I'm not just saying the United States. I'm saying the planet. Or it's going to be a bloody warfare. I'm hoping that it's the revival side of it. That is my prayer. Yep. You're right, Julie. You're right. You're right. It doesn't matter. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you believe. We need to be united. We need to figure out as a nation, as a group of people on this planet, how to become united. And like I've been telling everybody, I said, you know, the one thing that has been taken literally out of our everyday existence is the fact that we cannot sit down and discuss things without somebody getting their panties in a knot, getting twisted, getting all upset, getting, offended. You know what? If that's what it takes, then so be it. Be offended, but know why you're offended. Know exactly why you're offended. I'm willing to go there. Are you? And I'm not saying I'm right, but if you're offended, that means you struck a chord. Jesus came to this world to be an offense, to be offensive, and he was very successful. Charlie Kirk was very in that same direction. Jesus said, I didn't come here to, the facts are the facts. This is what's going on. This is what I am capable of doing. And this is where it should be. And he gave us a clear path. He told us how to do it. And he said all of these things, and he performed all of these miracles. This is what I don't understand, is miracles are happening every day, and nobody is going, wow, that's pretty dang cool. Guys, you getting up in the morning is a miracle in its own right. Watching the sunrise is a miracle. Watching shooting stars is a miracle. Watching trees grow and bugs fly and crickets cricketing, that's a miracle. Cut and dry, period. Tell me different. Yep, we win. Exactly. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah. And if you've noticed, that's probably one of the reasons why I don't have very many folks on this channel, because they know where I stand. I'm here to tell you that the people that can't stand Christianity ain't gonna hang out. They're not gonna come, and I'm okay with that. Yes, Elaine. So have I. I think we all have. I think we all have. I think if we really sat down and looked at things, man, I could tell everybody stories of where I've prayed with people and I've watched them miraculously healed right then and there. And or had that person come back to me and go, you know what? I don't know what you did, and I don't know how you did it, but I'm healed. Great. Go spread the word. That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Lauren, you are spot on. I'm watching a fire. 14 of us together here. We are very impactful right now because I guarantee you somewhere, sometime, somebody's going to watch this stream and they're going to go, huh? Yeah, that's what it's all about, folks. You are creating history. You in the chat may not seem like a lot, it may seem very small and very insignificant, but I'm telling you, somewhere down the line, maybe when I'm dead and gone, somebody's going to look at this stream and go, wow, that's profound. And then they're going to go look back at the historical side of things and go, wow, that is really, he's onto something. Who knows? Who knows? I would love to see this stream grow spiritually. I would love to see this stream grow, more bodies, more the merrier. I would love to see a spiritual awakening happen right here. Right here. I think that would be phenomenal. I think that would be amazing, and that might be the niche I'm headed for. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, and I'm not going to say I do, but I know what I have, and what I have I want to share with others. The thing is we got to get out of our comfort zone and go to those people and say, hey, I need you to come in and watch this with me. I need, go find somebody, bring them in. Go bring them in. We'll talk about it. That's all it takes. Nice. It only takes us, there used to be a song, and it brings back, oh my gosh, it's just brought to my remembrance. I was raised in an Episcopal church, guys. I told somebody, I was an altar boy. I was the man. I was the lead altar kid in the Episcopal church in my church when I grew up. And I go to church camp, and part of one of the songs that we sang, that it only takes a spark to get a fire going. How do you think that fire got started? By a spark. Look at where that fire is at right now. That fire's been burning for literally 2 hours. Yeah, I've had to throw some wood on it. I've had to go stoke it a little bit. But isn't that our life? We catch fire, we get going, we get burning up. Yeah, we're going to get, and then a gust of wind comes along, blows it out. We got to get that spark back. That's where we're at. That's where we're at the crossroads right now. The line in the sand has been drawn. We are there right now as a nation where we need to get that spark back. It could take 14 people. It could take 1,000 people. It could take 10,000 people at a football stadium. How amazing would that be? Hey, Dylan, welcome in. Oh, Hatfield, Arkansas. Where's Hatfield, Arkansas, Justin? That'd be great. Believe it or not, I'm in Cabot, Arkansas. Anybody wants to know? I'm not afraid to tell you. I'm not going to tell you where I live, but I'm in Cabot. Look me up, and that'd be awesome. Nice, awesome, Tammy. It is amazing. There's a lot of things that are amazing. Did you know that in our bear with me because I got to remember it because I've watched it, I've seen it. There is an and I can't remember what they call it. I want to say it's an enzyme, but there's a part of our being in our, and I want to say it's like in our DNA. It's a molecule, something or other that stitches the fabric that actually holds our bodies together. That when they put it under the microscope, they expect to see neurons and this and that, whatever, da 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 da. When they looked at it, they were like, my God, it is actually everything. All of the neurons or whatever they call them, and that is actually in the form of a cross. I remember reading that, and I was like so amazed. Down to microscopic. It is amazing. I mean, it'll blow your mind. Oh, you know it, Carol. Awesome. Yeah, it only takes. It's an old camp song. That is cool. What a day that will be. Yes, I know that song very well. Very well. Yeah. Also, I want to throw a side note out there as a little kind of a bring it back to a little 9/11 talk, maybe a little bit. So my brother-in-law, back right after 9/11, was putting together some coursework, and he actually developed the coursework for the Sky Marshals. All right, and of which I got to see it. I got to see it kind of personal, up close and personal. I got to go into their training facility, and he actually, it was so amazing, and I'd have to find it, but he actually was on, what is the CBS, Good Morning America, CBS, whatever. He was on CBS, the morning show, early morning show, talking about how he developed this thing and how the government actually bought it. I mean, wanted him to teach this, which in turn, as time grew on, he ended up selling it, made a fortune on it. But he was one of a very few handful of people that were able to go to ground zero right after, as soon as he could, because they were, obviously cleaning things up and that. But he actually got to tour ground zero within days, weeks. I want to say days, sounds better. Probably weeks of that happening. And I have in my possession a piece of concrete that he picked up and gave to me um, that I have. I hold it. I cherish it. I don't have it marked. I don't need to. To somebody, it's a piece of concrete. To me, it's a remembrance of 9/11. A fun little story. Kind of cool. But yeah, 9/11. There's a lot of conspiracy theories about it. Who do you believe? Yeah, well, I know what I saw. That's all I know. I'm not one of those tinfoil hat guys that conspiracy theorists go, ha, gotcha. No, you haven't proved anything to me. But I do know that it happened, and it was horrific, and yeah, it brought America together for at least 6 months. We lost it after that. We are very divided, and I think the tides are going to change, and I think they're going to change for the good. It's just a matter of time. Somebody's gonna light that fire, and I think it's lit. I think the fuse is burning, and like I said, it's either going to go that way or it's going to go the opposite direction. And I got a feeling that enough is enough, and I think we're going to start seeing some good come out of all of this. So, my thoughts, mine alone. I'm not being supported by anybody. Those are just my thoughts. I could be way wrong. Joy to the world? Yeah. Jeremiah, yeah. Jeremiah, yep. I remember that, Lauren. Hey, almost done it. Yay, D-Man. You can make it. I got faith in you, buddy. Exactly. I'm looking at chat. I know I'm a little bit behind in chat, and I do that on purpose. I agree, Elaine. I really do. Because I want to read everybody's comments because they're so important. That's what this is all about. God is everywhere. You don't have to. Here's the thing, and I've been in church. I've been baptized, born again, da. I've been in every kind of church you can think of. Been a part of them. Um, you don't really necessarily need to be in church to be with God. Seriously. You know? Some of the greatest Christians, men of faith, are cowboys. They got time to go to church? No, man, they're out there in the snow picking up a calf that just calved 20 below zero, bringing it in. So, I don't agree with, here's what I don't agree with. I agree with church, but I do not agree with religion. There's a good religion, and then there's a bad religion. And I'm not gonna bash churches because they serve a good, as long as they are not religious. Okay? I said that very plainly. There is a good religion, there is a bad religion, and unfortunately some churches have bad religion. Caught up in all the rules and regulations of their church, and they're not looking at what's going on around them. They lose it. And I think a lot of churches have lost it. I could be wrong. Yeah, Dylan, I hope you're wrong too, buddy. I mean, I really do. I don't, here's the thing, and this is where my faith comes in. This is where my faith of a mustard seed follows, is I have enough faith to believe that we're going to dig out of this thing. I've seen it. I've witnessed it. I know what can happen. It's a matter of if people wake up and it happens. It ain't going to happen overnight. It could. God, we could wake up tomorrow and everybody be Christian. Wow, wouldn't that be something? It don't work that way. But a spark, ooh, that'll touch a nerve somewhere. Good night, Leslie. Appreciate you being here. Bless you and keep you. Yep. Yeah, it's all about relationship. It's all about relationship. Jesus was all about relationship. And if you don't have a relationship, you should. Exactly, Julie. You're right. You got a point, Rich. You got a point. That's what I say. Is it's not going to happen overnight, and we may be in a bloodbath before it's all over. But somewhere along the line, it's going to happen. It is going to happen. When and where, I do not know. Huh. Yeah, you're right. I mean, those are good, valid points. I agree, Rich. I think, I think things are gonna happen. I mean, the ball and chain are in motion. The ball is in motion. Um, I think we may not see it for a long time, unfortunately. But in the end game, I think it will happen. Hi, kitty kitty. Hi, Stormers. What you doing, buddy? You trying to tell me it's bedtime? I got Stormy coming flying up in my lap. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Yeah. What's up? What's up, baby? Huh? Yeah. Love you, baby. Yep. I got the Stormy kitty in my lap. Yay, D-Man broke out of work jail. Be safe, D-Man, on the way home, man. Uh-oh. I think we got us a C-130 coming through. Finally coming in. I've been kind of waiting for him. I haven't seen any or heard any for a while. Uh-oh, Julie's hungry. She's asking for snacks. Look out. That's good. That's good. Be the wild man. Oh, I used to be the wild man. I used to go to a church and man, I was I was I was sent to that church because they were old fuddy-duddies, religious in their own ways, and I pretty much on a Halloween they did a harvest thing, and man, I tell you what, I turned that church upside down one night. And the funny thing is, the pastor told me I could do it. He said, yeah, that'll wake them up. And it did. Then I got into another church, and I was ridiculed, literally ridiculed by the parents of the church because I was preaching the Bible, and I stood up to them. And I when I stood up to them, things changed, and I ended up resigning my position, and the church grew, and I had done my job. I'd done exactly what I was called to do, and if we're doing what we are called to do, if we are truly listening to what we're being told, and we do as we're told, mighty things will happen. Mighty things will happen. Oh man, that's like a little Cessna. Hey D-Man, jump on flight radar, see what this little plane is for me. Little jet. Flying literally right over top of me. I thought it was a C-130 coming in. I haven't heard of C-130s. They might be grounded in observance of 9/11. Trying to see what this guy is. Oh, I wish I had a camera big enough. Looks like a Southwest. Yeah, it's a commercial. Looks like a Southwest, but boy, he sure is small. Yep. All right, I got to go stir the fire up. Be right back. Yeah, I think we'll let those things burn down and probably call it a night. I've got to get that stump burned up, so got some cool things coming. Oh, man. All right, you guys been talking. Yeah, we got us a fire now, Dylan. Oh, it's Southwest? Yeah, I thought it looked Southwest. I mean, that's how low that thing was. I could see it. He had his tail lights on, which is kind of cool. Welcome back, Kim. That was quick. Oh, starting to get a headache. Yeah, sinus is killer. But yeah, it's been good tonight, guys. This has been one of the best, absolute best fireside chats I believe we've had in a long, long time. And I know it was a long time coming. For one, I wasn't feeling very good last week. I had a headache and wanted to do one, and I was like, nah. I wanted to do one for the storm and jump out and go storm chasing. Couldn't do that. I had, just a mess. But I think it was Julie actually said, Justin, you need to do a birthday party fireside chat. And I was like, yeah, well, So here it is, Julie. This one's for you. Not really a party, but it is a party. We're having a party. We're having a good time. That's all that matters. We're all able to come in and talk about things and talk about our faith. Look, we all go to different churches. We all go to different, do different things. But we're all able to come in and we all understand that we all serve one God. That's the whole point. Oh, Marcy. You're going to make me cry. You're going to make me well up. Oh, yeah, I knew it was, St. Louis? Yeah, I knew it was landing. I mean, when they're that low, it's like, hope you don't fall out of the sky. Don't land on my house. Although it'll be a good thing. Get me the house out of it. But no, I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish that on nobody. Amen, Carol. Uh-oh. I'm hearing something in the distance, guys. Depends on which way they're going. Yeah, went around. Thought we were going to have a flight of geese go flying over. It is that time of the year. I am planning on hopefully being able to do a daytime stream to where I can catch some geese or other waterfowl because we're directly in their path. They should be in their migration right now. Probably toward the latter end of the month. Might run down to Stuttgart, Arkansas, and find an open field and just go watch the geese play inland. And there's like literally thousands of them. Thought about doing that. That'd be kind of fun. Get out there, go see some stuff. Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. Where are we at in chat? Yeah, see, and that's Elaine. That's a lot of the problem. Is they wanna re-mold you. I was in a church one time. A very profound question was asked of the church, and I have never forgot that question. And the question is, and I'm not afraid to ask it, and it's not something I really, you can answer it if you feel so inclined to. But the question was, you don't have to answer this if you don't want to. Yeah, think about it. Hey, we were actually doing a tent revival type thing in our church, and the guy got up there and he's looking at every one of us, and he said very plainly, "What would you do if a gay or a lesbian or a member of the LGBTQ, whatever they are now, walked into your church and left it right there?" And I went, what would I do? What would I do? And I'm here to tell you, I have a lot of friends that are LGBTQ. You know, I don't care who you are. I don't care what you practice. Uh-oh. Oh, is that the moon? Oh, sweet. Moonrise. Just happened to catch it out of the corner of my eye and looked over. But, you know, that's an important question. You know, the problem I have with that is that it's okay for them to go. And I hope they find God, and I hope they find their Savior. But they should not be allowed to stand at the pulpit. They should not be allowed to teach or preach or anything of that nature. Simply because that goes totally against what Jesus was teaching. Period. And I'll leave it there. All right, back to chat. Where are we at in chat? God, I got it. Yep, that's right, Annie. It's not the way it's supposed to be. That's the way it's not supposed to be. Exactly the way it's not supposed to be. Oh, what are we doing on battery life here? I got the plug on my battery pack. Oh man, we're doing good. Not losing battery, so that's a good thing. Make sure it's charging now. Charge it? I think this thing's actually charging. Doing something. Now I can't see. Hang on, guys. I'm doing a little tech work here. Not doing that. Oh, the August meteor shower? No, I did not. It was overcast. We were having storms, actually. No, we didn't get. I didn't get to see any, and I wasn't about to stay up. Every time I go out, I get ate up by mosquitoes and wouldn't see very much. I was gonna do it. I wanted to do a stream if it was gonna be robust like they always say it is, and nah, I just wasn't gonna do it. I didn't even go out and look. Some people did. If you saw him, I hope it was great, though. Jungle oil from Sweden. You know, I got this stuff called Repel. Actually, did really good. This is the Sportsman's edition. I am slathered in it. They're not touching me right now. They're leaving me alone. Oh, hi, Rose. Hi, Rosie. Hi, Rosie. Careful, baby. Hi, baby. I got Rosie trying to be in my lap right now. She needs her loving. She's saying, you know what? It's time to go to bed. You got to get up early in the morning. Yeah. Yes, thank you for the kisses. Yeah. Yay, D-Man's officially home. Layla, Good to have you here. Welcome in. Yeah, they're saying hi, Rosie. Yeah. Yeah. I'm giving you some loving. Yeah. Good girl. Good girl. Yeah. Oh, got a big old hug. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. 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 Well, hi, honey. You're a lurker, too. You're awfully quiet. Yeah. That's a good girl. Come out and say hi. You've been inside. I'm just laying there. Oh, hi, Casers. Oh, I got the whole crew out here, guys. I got the whole crew out here. Yeah. Hey, baby. Yeah. All right. Okay. Back up. Come on. Move. Back up. Back up. Come on. Back up. Move. Come on. Or go through. What are you doing? Come on. Get out of here. Come on. Come on. Go. Go. Go lay down. Yeah, we got Casey. We got Roper. They all just kind of chilling out by the fire with me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's the Roper. Time to get his loving. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Woo-hoo. Yep. Alrighty, guys. I got to be up in about, I got to be up about 5:30-ish. I got to be at work at 7. Ugh. I am not a morning person. Just saying. We got a few more minutes. Let everybody kind of chill and unwind a little bit. We had a very good. This is what, like I said, this is the fireside chats I enjoy, where everybody's engaged. You know, good topic. I think we all came together. I think we actually learned something. I'm not sure. If you learned something, raise your hand. Thumbs up. Oh, got a helicopter coming in. I hear him. Probably medvac. Good night, Lauren. Good night, Lauren. Thanks for being here. Yeah, get some rest. I got you. It's all good. Hey, Sonia. Ah, you've been in the background too, huh? You see, yeah. Welcome in. Good to have you here. That's right. Coffee, the nectar of the gods. Alrighty, Tammy. Catch you later. Catch you on the next one. Hopefully we get a chase in someday. Man, I'm itching. Itching. Itching, and not by the skeeters. We need a storm. We need a storm. But yeah, as far as 9/11 goes, we should never forget that. We should never forget what happened the days after, and the lives that were lost. Matter of fact, I just found out a couple days ago that there were 33 more lives added to the memorial list for one of the fire engines, the New York Fire Department's. This last year added 35 more members to their memorial plaque. Most of them, or all of them, or most of them were survivors that actually went in afterwards and were helping with the cleanup and that. So, as you can imagine, there was a lot of stuff that happened for those folks, and I read that, and you know, it's. I think every day we should be thanking our first responders, our police, and support them and that. And I get I get to see my police chief here in my town pretty often. He comes in the store all the time. And yesterday they came in and was buying some stuff for something. And I just kind of looked at them and I said, I just want to thank you for what you do and know that there are people out here that are supporting you and praying for you. And, and his words were, thank you. We need it. And we need it all the time. A Delta? There's a Delta coming in? Well, I don't see him from where I'm sitting. I'm looking. I'm looking. Oh, Elaine, that's awesome. Yeah, Stormy does that with me. He did that with me last night. He decided to groom my hair. He groomed my beard. He groomed my arm. He licked my hand. Oh yeah, I am his kitten, I guess. I don't know what he's doing there. Delta coming in, huh? That is so awesome, Elaine. I really am glad that we're here and able to do this. I wish more people, um, I really wish more people would join. I wish more people would get a hold of this and that. And, I like it small, but I'd really like to grow. Maybe in time. Maybe it'll get out there. Who knows? Hopefully it will. Maybe this is where we're going to be. Maybe we'll still chase storms, but maybe this is the main part of the channel. I don't know. I would love to be able to do more of these. It's just right now the time is not there. Just because of work and get tired, and my schedule's kind of weird. Tammy's schedule's kind of weird right now. Gonna be weird. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I had a feeling tonight. I didn't know where tonight was actually going to go. I had some ideas, some thoughts, and I just kind of ran with them. Look at what happened. We needed this. This is what Fireside Chat is designed for. Is we need this. This is what this was for. To be able to come together after a huge event, whatever it is, be able to talk about it and come together in agreement. And we've done that tonight. Very successful. Very, very good. Whoa, the moon disappeared behind the tree. I thought it disappeared for good. Whoops. Awesome. No, you're welcome, Carol. Yeah, I am a true storyteller. I have a gift to gab. Some of my stories are true, some of them not so true, but most of the time they are. Now, I can tell a good story, but I have lots of stories. I have made a point in my life to be a part of history. I'm a history buff. I love history. Um, I I I have stories that at any level and pretty much anywhere, things I've seen, things I've done, good, bad, indifferent, um, storm stories. I don't have any political stories. I got a lot of faith stories, um, where I've been. I'm a guy who's been through hell and back. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. Um, I I haven't I have never, I don't think, on the channel told my testimony, and I want to save that for another time, not tonight. But I've Tammy, my wife, and I, we have been through hell and back, and it's we have grown a lot together. Um, and it's what makes us so good together. Does she agree with me all the time? Not on, not, no, don't even think that. We do have our disagreements, but we always come together and say, you know what? I always back down and go, yeah, you're right. And 9 times out of 10 she is. Because I'm just being an ass or something. And she'll look at me really funny, like, really? Yeah. So she keeps me in line. I'm not perfect. I don't have all the answers, and I'm not going to pretend I'm perfect, and I'm not going to tell you I have it. I'm not that guy. But I do know, and what I do know is that we need to come together more often um, as a nation, as a town, as a family, as whatever. And I know we got family disagreements. Listen, I've got one that I'm not sure will ever work out. But what I can tell you is that I can pray for each and every one of you, and through that we'll get through this. We'll get through it. I have no doubts in my mind, um, because one day, each and every one of us is going to have to make that call, and that call is going to be home. And I want nothing more than to meet every one of you on the other side and say, hey, remember those? Remember that? Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, you're such a bonehead. What were you thinking? Cut up and joke around and do whatever they do. I don't know. But we're all gonna make that call one day, and I hope to see everybody there. Yeah, Tammy's still the drill sergeant. Coming from the north? Yeah, it could be. Uh, yeah, I heard it. I don't know where it disappeared to. Tammy is a drill sergeant. She can be. Right on, Annie. I expect nothing less. Well, come on, get up here. Come on. Yeah. Oh, kitty loves. Oh, I'm getting kitty hugs. Ooh, yeah. Yep. Oh, that's a different one? Oh, yeah. Well, if he's coming from my north, I may not see him because I'm looking to the north right now. I don't see him. He's probably, if he's going into Little Rock, he's probably going to divert a little more west. Yep. Yep. Let's see. Well, there's one behind me, way up there. I don't know what he is. I can see his lights flashing off to my southeast, headed more north. Because you keep me in line. That's all. Kind of weird. What's odd about it, D-man? What's it got on it? What's going on? Tell me. Kind of weird. It's from the name on it. I'm not on flight radar, so ooh. There you go. Yeah, feed the poor, whether they four-legged or two-legged, as much as you can. Halloween stream? Yeah, we might. We'll probably do a Halloween stream. I'm not. Now you got me thinking. I don't think that schedule is up yet. Halloween will depend on what I work. It may not be on Halloween. I do not know. But yes, I'm planning on a Halloween. Why not? Everybody agree? Want a Halloween stream? Tell some ghost stories. Get your ghost stories ready. Get your ghost stories. Yeah, my schedule's not that far out. At least I don't think it is. Shouldn't be. No. Nope. 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 Oh, wow. Holy cow. I'm liking that. Work a day, off a day. Work a day, off a day. I like that. Hmm. Yeah, I will say yes to the Halloween stream. I won't say guaranteed, but yeah, we're going to do one. It may be the day before, maybe the day after. Well, hopefully the day before at least. Try to do one on Halloween. We don't get any Halloween. We don't get trick-or-treaters here. I don't encourage it, but it's amazing. Yeah. Oh, that's funny. That's awesome. Be the fire. Be the match. Oh, wow. Guadalajara, huh? Nice. Nice. Guadalajara. Doodle-doo-doo-doo. All right. All right. All right, guys. What else? Man, I'm almost retired. I should. I got a few more years yet. Not sure when I'm going to retire. May never retire fully. I'm getting a headache though. Guys, I'm going to step inside for a minute. I will be right back. Enjoy the fire. Enjoy the fire. I got it. Oh, stretch. I'm back, guys. David? David is in the house. Hey, David. David Stefanik. Welcome in, buddy. Long time no see. Been a while. Been a long while. Patrick, good to see you, buddy. Member for 11 months. Big W's in the chat for Patrick for being a two-step member for 2 months. Yeah, John McKinney, yes. Some love. Great guy. I hope to meet him someday. Out on the weather trail. Chopper's due west of me. Yeah, he's way over Little Rock. Oh, nice. Thanks, Patrick. Appreciate it. Oh yeah, I got told I was a dinosaur today. Ryan. Yeah, Dad, you're older than you were back when the dinosaurs were laying eggs. I'm like, really? All right. Sometimes I feel it. Yeah, sometimes I feel it. Hey, congratulations, Lane. I'd be on my butt about 4 or 5 times. Hurts my ankles. That's why I don't roller skate no more. I got some ice skates. I can barely ice skate anymore. Used to ice skate a lot when I was up in Wyoming. Oh, not anymore. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Jurassic. Sometimes I feel Jurassic. That would be like poking the bear right there. Yep, poke the bear. Uh-huh. If you don't call your parents Jurassic or dinosaurs, you're not living. I think we all done that. I'm just listening to the crickets right now. United Express coming in. the Pillsbury Doughboy. Maybe. uh, oh, nice, Patrick. Oh, congratulations. I know that's been a battle that you've been working through. I'm glad that worked out for you, man. Nice, nice. Congratulations. That's awesome. I've been praying for that. I knew it'd come around. I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen. Just a matter of time. Oh yeah, you should be able to get another 50 if you keep the oil changed and air filters cleaned out and good tread on it and keep the brakes up. Keep the biggest thing you probably got to worry about would be the transmission. Yeah, you're good. You're golden. Keep it on par. Yeah, you should be able to do it. John is good people. United Express. Which way is it coming in, D-man? What direction? We'll be looking for it in the nighttime sky. God, it is so calm out here. It's not even, it's cool. It's not cold. North to south? Oh, okay. Yeah, I should see it on the horizon then if he's coming straight out of the north. Probably won't see him until he gets right on over top of me. Where's he headed to? Yeah, the wires, that could be a little tricky. Hunt them down, do the research on it. You'll make it go. Are you back? What's up, kitty kitty? Well, come on, get up there. That's a baby. That's a baby boy. Oh, he's coming in a Little Rock? Yeah, I'll probably see him then. He'll be flying right over top. Yep, indeed. We'll wait on it. How far out is he, D-man? I ain't seen him yet. Oh, my nose is clogged up. There you go. That'd be cool. Nice. Nice. Way to pay it forward. Way to pay it forward. Yeah, I blew the driver's side rear tire the other day on the Ford. Yeah, they blew the sidewall out. That's the worst place you could ever have a blowout. I'd rather the tire just get a hole in it. No, I blew the sidewall out about 8 inches worth coming home, doing about 75, and I was like, thank God it did. It didn't cause me to swerve or anything. It just went flat. It was relatively a brand new tire. And hey, Darren, come on in. Got a few more minutes. And felt it go. I never heard it blow. It just went blah, 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 and wadded up a little bit, and we limped it into an area. I called roadside assistance. I just wanted them to make sure that I would. Oh, I see the plane coming in hot and heavy now, D-man. Coming out of the northeast. Yeah, coming in. See him. Looking right at him. Yeah, he's not all lit up on the tail. Good call, D-man. There's your plane. He might have been about 28. He's coming in fast. coming in hot. They usually do. He'll make a big swing and come in. I know that runway. Yeah, great to have everybody here. We got 15 folks in here, 33 likes. Keep it going for a little bit more. I do have to be up about 6 o'clock in the morning, so we'll probably end this thing in about 20 minutes or so. Maybe, if I make it that long. Yeah, he was cooking. He was cooking, for sure. Oof. Oh yeah, I bet it was. Yeah, I'd say it was total. Yeah, I mean it. You know, there again, I was blessed because it could have been a lot worse. I was on I-30 out of Little Rock, middle of the night. Man, it's scary. But I got a good donut on it, and we're gonna get new. We got new tires. We've got new tires, so tires on that thing will be about $1,600 when it's all said and paid. But it'll be ready for this winter, and I'm expecting this winter to. I think we're gonna get some storms. I really do. I think Arkansas is going to see probably the first major ice storm that they've seen in probably 10, 15 years. Just guessing. Coming out of Mexico, huh? That's crazy. But yeah, I think we're going to see a relatively big shift in the weather. Probably in the next, probably around October. I don't see anything happening in September. It never really does. October, November, December. It'll be wet, rainy, a few thunderstorms. I think as we get into December, January, February, I think we're gonna see some stuff. We usually do. Yeah, I got lots of firewood. Ah, Darren, they're doing great. They're doing great. Ryan's in bed, I think. David, I know, is in bed. He's been up since way early. I think Tammy's sitting at the table. I can see her from here. She's in chat. She's lurking. She's watching. Um, but yeah. Yeah, yeah, in the Eastern Pacific. Yeah, there's stuff, you know. Oh, I wanted to mention, you know, that the what was it, the 91L, 95L, or whatever they call that thing. It was supposed to be the big hurricane. Yeah, the hurricane that wasn't. Um, uh, yeah, about that. Um, it just got snuffed out, man. It's just not. It's not going to be hurricane season. I mean, you know, we're still in hurricane season. Don't get me wrong, and I truly believe that somewhere along the line we're going to catch one, and I just got a feeling it's going to be a tail end Charlie type of scenario, and it's going to be a bad one. But always got to be on the lookout. Always got to have your eyes to the sky. Be ready at all times. You never know what's going to happen. I think it's just going to be one of those things that hopefully nobody gets caught off guard. I hope you know, whatever happens. I don't know. It's been a weird year. I mean, it's been really active. It was really active way on early. Planes woke up a little bit. Dixie has not woke up, so that's got me kind of worried. And if you talk to any of the local people, which I do, all the farmers and that, they're saying, yeah, this year is probably going to be the one that we're going to be reckoning with. So I tend to listen to them. They've been here a lot longer, and that. Yeah, D-Man, I saw that. There is an orange out there, blob. kind of in the same place the last one was. So if it can get going, it's in line. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, Lane. I pay attention to that. I look at my dogs. I look at my cat. Even though they're inside most of the time. Oh yeah, they still do it. Watch watch the birds. Watch the squirrels. The squirrels are hiding their food, and they have been. Yep, you know it's coming. It won't be long. What do you see, Rose? Huh? Yeah, like I said, it all just it's all going to come together. And when I'm my gut feeling tells me that when the proverbial cap breaks on them, on the storms, on the hurricanes, I think it's going to go. I think it's going to be one of those instances where we're going to see them back to back to back to back all at once, and then it's going to be over with, and we'll be in the winter time. It's been strange. Yeah, they've been well, not so busy around here. I mean, they have been. I just don't see them because the dogs always chase them off. But oh yeah, I've seen a lot of squirrels. I've seen a lot of critters just moving around. Alrighty, Marcy. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm about to shut this thing down here in a few minutes. Anyways, like I said, I've got to be up about 6 o'clock in the morning. Work 7 to 4 tomorrow. Go get some lumber, get some materials so I can get things patched up from the spring's disaster in my front yard. We're slowly getting the wood burned that needs to be burned up. Got my water line buried for the winter. That was a major thing. I'm going to be working on a roof probably Sunday or tomorrow if I can get the money. The money's in the bank. It's just got to clear the bank. So got a couple doors to install on the house. Got a window to put in, a new window, new door, new roof, new ceiling in the mud room. Got to paint, primer that. So I've got with work and all, about 2 weeks worth of work in the mud room. And then my well house, got to get the supplies for that. Got to build a well house. That'll take, a week or two for me because of work now. But got lots to do. Hopefully the rain will hold off, and if I don't get to the mud room, or to the well house, that's cool. All of that fun stuff. So yeah, it's all good. Gonna be busy. Gonna be busy. We're gonna paint the house, the inside of the house. Really cool beige looking color. Yeah. Oh yeah, your winter's about over, isn't it? I would love to get down into that area. I think that would be so cool. Yeah. Yeah, we had a lot of rain last Saturday. I mean, we didn't get down here, Lane. We got a little bit of rain. Um, it wasn't much. I mean, we had lightning storm all over the place. I even tried to go out, um, catch some lightning, and there was like no lightning. And we had lightning, we had thunder, but nothing close enough to me. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, we didn't really get a whole lot here in my area. Anyways, I want to welcome in all the new people to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the like and subscribe, guys. I'm going to give you an update because we are so close. Keep this ball rolling. Let me see. Where am I at? On the dashboard. Yep, I need exactly 30 more to make 2,000 subscribers, guys. 30 more, exactly. That's great. We'll get there. I'm not too worried about it. Not too worried about it. So, give it a few more minutes. We've been going at this for almost 3 hours, which is about what I wanted. Oh, no, 4 hours, believe it or not. We've been at this 4 hours, almost 4 hours. Well, 3.5. Call it 3.5. What? Oh, I know. It is about time. I agree. I concur. Yeah. Yeah. Tell him. Ow. Ooh, watch the claws, baby. Oh, I don't know what that was. What's that about? You want up there? Get up there. What are you doing? Ow, you got claws, baby. Those hurt. He's wanting to play. Yeah. Throwing cactus, man. That was a game for you. Yeah. Have a cactus pitch off. Kind of like dodgeball. There you go. Cactus dodgeball. Yeah. Crazy, crazy, crazy. All right, guys, I'm going to go poke the fire a little bit. All right. Last time for that. Got a few more minutes. Got to look at chat while I was away. Wow. All right, what a minute. Got a train coming up behind me. Yep. Got about okay, guys. We're gonna end the stream at exactly midnight. That'll give it 3.5 hours for the stream. Trying to get this big log here that we've been burning on for the last 4 months to burn. I'm gonna let her burn all night. It'll burn itself out. Probably be going tomorrow morning, which will be fine. All right, what I missed what Elaine did. What did Elaine do? I see big W's in the chat again for Elaine. What? I missed something somewhere. I'm a little slow. Oh, did I miss? What did I miss? Did I miss all that? Really? Did it not? You know, that didn't pop up on my deal. Huh. That's why that's why I didn't see it. Hey, Avon. Welcome in, buddy. We're just having a good old fireside chat. Welcome in. We're about to shut her down here in about 5 minutes, though, but hey, you're right on time. Wow, ain't that something? See, it doesn't show up. I have to be on the other stream. Wow, thank you, Elaine. Yeah, big, huge W's in the chat for Elaine. Whoa, that's not what I wanted. What happened? No. Yeah, it's a good fire. We've had a good fire. Had a good fireside chat tonight. Welcome in. I know I haven't. Is this your first time, Avon, in the chat? I believe it is. If it is, welcome to the stream. Doing great. I am doing great. I'm blessed. Very blessed. We talked about a little bit about 9/11 and recapping some of that. We talked about this week's experiences, which have been kind of on the wild side. Just kind of talking things over and supporting each other. And yeah, I thought it was. And this is what I like to do. You know, even though I do storm chase, I do have a fireside chat. I would encourage everybody to spread the word. We'll light that fire and we'll get it going and watch the sparks fly. And you never know, it's kind of like it'll go like a wildfire. I'm a firm believer in that. Eventually this thing will take off. Yeah, it's been a crazy week for sure. A lot of emotions, and I encourage everybody to sit back, breathe first and foremost, get their thoughts together, and be prayed up. Be prayed up. Find your time and get before God. Time is now. There's no better time than right now. And we are about ready to pass it on. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that song too. Man, I have to dig those. I still got our camp songbook. I have to get that out. Read some of those words. They're pretty cool. I could probably still sing them. I know them by heart. But anyway, we're about ready to shut this stream down. Kind of unwind a little bit. Did a little recap. Thank you to my moderators. Even though they didn't moderate, they were still in the chat, which is great support. Thank you to Elaine for the huge PayPal. Greatly appreciated. That is actually probably going to put that towards the window decals for the chase car. And the 20 gifted memberships, which means I need to start doing some membership streams, more than likely. Which I don't often do them because I don't chase. I don't have a whole lot. So you never know. We might do a fireside chat members only. Who knows? Got some things planned. Got some new stuff going on in the car in the days ahead. Got me a new bar light. which I'm excited. Going to pick it up tomorrow, hopefully. Um, I am only allowed, Carol, I am only allowed to sing if Tammy is not present. She does not like me to sing for whatever reason. I don't know why. But um, I can sing 2 songs if they're playing music. However, yeah, my acapella is not very good. I can sing the songs all day long. If I know the song, blah, blah, blah. I karaoke like none other. But, yeah. But yeah, I've got some old music. I should dig it out. I cannot play guitar. I am not musically inclined. Never was. But I can sing. I can carry a tune in a paper bag in a bucket, sort of. But thank you to the moderators. As promised, I am going to pray. I'm going to pray for everybody. I know we've been through a lot as a nation. We've been through a lot as God-fearing people lately, and you know, this may just be the beginning of it. I don't know. But the biggest thing is that we're able to be here. We're able to come together. No matter what faith you are, no matter where you're at, whether you go to church, whether you don't go to church, whether you believe or not, doesn't matter. This is a safe place. Your life matters to me. Your being matters to me. And if I can be an influence, a mentor, whatever, I want to be that guy. You know, I'm not going to go out and browbeat. I'm going to tell you like it is. Some people don't like that. Too bad. That's just who I am. I've always been that way, and I always will be. But anyway, I'm going to pray. I'm going to pray for the nation. I'm going to pray for healing, because we really need healing right now. If there's not ever a moment in time, we need to do that. And we need to take the time to come together. And so if everybody would join with me, I encourage you to seek out your own salvation. Don't look at mine. Don't look at somebody else's. Find your own salvation. Seek it out. Seek him out. He will respond, and he will rejoice. All right. Here we go. Dear Heavenly Father, thank you. First and foremost, thank you for being you. Thank you for being there for us and with us in these trying times. Thank you for who you are and what you did on the cross. Thank you, Father, for your love and your continued support. Father, I thank you for the many blessings that you have given us. The gift of life, a new car, surgeries that have gone the right way and not the wrong. Thank you for taking those stresses off of us, the worries and the guilts. Thank you for bringing us out of the pits of despair, whether it be from the bottle or drugs or whatever. Father, we give you the praise and the glory in all of that. And Father, as we still continue to contemplate what has happened this week, Father, I ask that you would set us straight so that we can set others straight. Because you have called us, each and every one, by name. Father, I ask that you be with Charlie's family. I ask that you would resurrect their faith even more. That somebody would pick up the standard. Get that spark going. Let it fly. Give them courage. Give everybody courage to stand up to the evil that is trying to overrun this nation. Father, I thank you. Thank you for touching Marcy. Thank you for healing her body. Thank you for Elaine and everybody that spoke out and said, yes, I was this. Thank you for their healing, that their light would shine forth for others that are going through the same thing. That they would be the blueprint for the next generation of believers. Father, I thank you for this stream. Father, I thank you for everybody that's here listening to this right now, live, and those that are going to watch this in the future. Father, I ask that you bless each and every one, that we can lay our heads down tonight, sleep comfortably with no worries, no frets. Tomorrow we wake up fresh and renewed to meet the day. That we can come back again to another stream, to another fireside chat, and we can talk about whatever. Father, I ask that you would bless this stream right now. In Jesus' name, amen. Amen. Hallelujah. Alrighty, guys. That was pretty dang cool. So be it. So be it. Avon, I want you to tell everybody about this stream. I want you to spread the word. Get everybody. Get all the weather folks you know. Get them on this stream. There's more to come. This is just the beginning. Folks, I hope you understand the gravity of this stream right now. I think this is the beginning of something cool. I have a feeling. All right. Sure thing, D-Man. Not a problem. Not a problem. Anytime, man. Awesome sauce. Alrighty, guys. I am going to call it a night. That's a wrap. God bless each and every one of you. Each and every one of you. Good night, everybody. We're going to wrap her up right now. I'm just watching everybody just continue on. This is so cool. Amen, D-Man. I got you. One of these nights, I will give you my my full, unaltered testimony. How I've got to be where I am right now. It'll blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. All right. God bless. Take care. Good night, everybody. I know. I saw it. Yep. Amen. Alrighty. I'm going to get off here. I hate to leave this, man. This is where it's perfect. This is perfection. This is what this is all about. And I hate to leave it. I don't want to leave it. But I know I got to. I'm just soaking in the moment, guys. Just soaking in the moment. Because I really, honestly, truly feel like I've just been to church. Alrighty. Good night, everybody.